Good evening, I'm Stefan Ruchti with the Swiss Foreign Ministry, and it's a great pleasure to welcome you to this side event, which is organized jointly by ACT Alliance and Switzerland and with the support of ETH Zurich.
And I think if you'd ask me, well, what would be the solution to look at equity, guiding us for adaptation, mitigation, I think there's no clear answer. And that is the reason why it is so important to have events like this one here, where different equity concepts are presented and are discussed and can stimulate each other.
In order to make sure that we have an equal effort sharing, this requires a transfer scheme, which basically means countries who have higher mitigation costs should be subsidized and should be recipient countries from a conditional transfer scheme.
So obviously we are in a different world than we were before Paris in respect of how the concept of equity can be operationalized in the Paris Agreement. But now we need to start looking at the practicalities of the negotiating process, particularly in respect of Article 14, the Global Stocktake, on how do we move from the abstract to the practical using what we know and what we have done.
We know that we have only one planet, and there are human beings living on this planet. If we will not take this seriously, we will not address any issue related to equality. On behalf of the government of Switzerland and the ACT Alliance, we thank you very much for participating of this event, and we hope that that has somehow contributed for your discussions internally and in the negotiations as well.
I was very keen to be part of this equity discussion because I've been working for 10 years now with a broad civil society network of faith groups, of unions, of southern networks, of environmental NGOs who've been calling for equity as a central trust-building measure within the negotiations. We have a huge job to do if we're going to stay below 1.5 degrees warming, a massive job. We need that dialogue, we need that urgency and equity brought into that dialogue to actually deliver in the real world, to deliver that zero carbon world that we need.
This meeting was actually very encouraging. We heard a lot of different viewpoints in the negotiations. Just this afternoon we were actually struggling with the term of equity. What does it mean? How do we implement it in the Global Stocktake? And what does it mean in practice? And we're still not there. So events like this one should help us. It doesn't mean that tomorrow we have all the solutions, but this afternoon, this evening meeting showed us possible ways forward, and I look forward to continuing this discussion with the support of ACT Alliance.